Hello, my name is Sophie Fletcher. I'm the author of Mindful Hypnobirthing, a clinical hypnotherapist and a doula. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about mindful hypnobirthing and talk to you a little bit about what hypnosis is, how it can help you with your birth, and importantly, how it feels. Hypnosis has been around for a very long time. The first written accounts of hypnosis for birth were in the 1850s, and there's even an article in Mother and Baby magazine in 1960 that I've read about hypnosis for birth. In the 1990s though, it became a lot more popularised. Marie Moman put together the first hypnobirthing programme as we know it today, and lots of other programmes have sprung out of it since then. So each programme is different and it's worth looking around. But they all have the fundamental principle that when you're feeling confident, prepared, at a deeply unconscious level, that your physiology works with you during birth. It's also about how your decisions are made as well, and how fear, anxiety or apprehension can impact on decision making. So it's a really powerful therapy that has been around for a very long time. Now, when I came to hypnobirthing 16 years ago now, I wouldn't have gone to a hypnotherapist at all before. I thought it was all swinging watches, top hats, mind control. And it is about control to a certain extent. It can feel as though that you're listening to suggestion from somebody else that's telling you something. But at the end of the day, I am just a guide. What I'm doing as a therapist is showing you how you can control your own thoughts and feelings using a set of tools. It feels absolutely incredible as well. When I first used it, I loved going to bed with my hypnobirthing tracks. They were fantastic. I slept so well. I felt a lot calmer, and this is something that people often tell me, that they feel just generally a lot calmer, but they love listening to the tracks. It's a little bit like that place where you're just drifting off to sleep at night, not quite awake, not quite asleep. And think about when you drive a really long journey and it's one that's very familiar, and you drive there and you get there and you think, wow, I don't remember really driving it, and you get there really quickly. And that's because you've been listening to music, you've maybe been lost in your thoughts, and that's, you've driven there in a very light hypnotic state. And that's really important to understand. Hypnosis doesn't always need to be in a deep trance. It can also be when you're quite wakeful and alert as well, and in those cases it feels a little bit like daydreaming. And with hypnobirthing, we're just using that natural state of mind to access those unconscious thoughts and feelings that may be creating apprehension, anxiety or fear. And it's worth knowing that we're not always consciously aware of that anxiety or fear. It can be a very physical response, and hypnobirthing helps you, even if you don't think you're afraid, to get beneath the surface and process anything that's kind of lurking there that may trigger a fear response at any point during birth. Hypnobirthing is often advertised as helping with pain, and that is one part of it. It helps you manage any unwanted sensations, and there's a reason why I call it unwanted sensations, and you'll learn more about that in this series. But it helps you understand the nature of your thoughts and your feelings and pain, so it puts you more in control of your physical experience. But it's not just about that, it's also about being in control of your decision making. And I've heard so many people say if their birth has taken a different path to the one they wanted, that they felt really well equipped to manage that change and had a really positive experience despite that. And that just about sums it up for me. Hypnobirthing is all about helping you to have a really positive experience. It's also for cesarean births, you can use it for inductions. Hypnosis and mindfulness tools for birth are really, really adaptable. And a hypnobirthing course should teach you how to use them in that way. So that's a very brief introduction to what hypnosis is, what it feels like, and how it can help you with birth. Follow the rest of the series to learn more about how fight or flight impacts on your physiology, how your partner can support you, why that's important, and all sorts of other things.